Hi, how are you? This is Matthew Robert Payne. I have 55 or more self-published books. The title of this video is Indie Authors, is your book to profit or to teach? I have a couple of friends, Michael Van Vlymen, that's Michael, Vanvlymen. You may want to check him out, or Praying Medic, Praying Medic. Both of those authors are Christian authors, and both have produced books that have given them a full-time wage, a full-time income. Both of them, one of them is decoding QAnon posts, which is a person who works within the Trump administration that gives out coded messages about what Donald Trump is about. And he's pretty well almost full-time doing that. He's being supported by people funding him, and he's being supported by the royalties of his books. Michael Van Vlymen wrote a number of books. I think he's got over 10 books, and he has left his full-time work and earns money full-time from his book writing, and he actually travels and preaches. So they're two people that I know, that I'm aware of. They're both friends who have written books and retired, and their book writing sustains them. There are two examples of people who achieved both. They wrote books that taught, and they wrote books that financed them. I have a little different approach. I produce my books, whether they are 30-page books or 400-page books, and all of my books are 99 cents on Kindle. The reason that they're 99 cents is to allow people in India and China and Africa to afford my books. And the other reason why they're so cheap is because God supplies the finances for my books. So at the end of each book, I ask people, would they like to finance a book of mine or support me financially to help me produce books? And people who read my books realize that the book is 99 cents because I honestly want to educate people. And I find a third of my income that comes in to produce books comes from people just donating me money. Last year I had someone give me $9,000 towards producing 4 books, and that was tremendously helpful. So you have to decide, as an indie author, as someone who's self-publishing books, what is it? Is it income that you're after, or is it to build a heritage, to build something that's enduring in your name? Because that's very important. There's a lot of books for indie authors. There's a lot of books for self-published people suggesting how to market your books, how to make a bestseller, and how to do this and how to do that. And I'm not sure all of them work. There's a thing called an Amazon sales rank, which can tell you essentially, when you look up websites on calculators that can calculate an Amazon sales rank, you can actually go to these people who write these indie books on how to make lots of dollars, and you can look at the Amazon sales rank on their most popular book and see that it's 60,000, and that's something like 20 books a month. And even if their book is $5 and on 70% royalty, that's like $140 a month. They're not making a fortune. They've got a book on how to make a fortune, and that's their best-selling book. You can learn when you go to an Amazon homepage for an author, the book that's on the left-hand side, or the top book when they list the books that way, or the left-hand side book when they list the books that way. The top book is their top-selling book, and then as it goes down page by page, it goes from the highest-selling book to the lowest-selling book. So if their book is How to Make $1 Million and a Full-Time Income on Selling Books, you can go to that book, go to the book page and check out the Amazon sales rank, and you can find that they're only selling 10 copies of the book a month, or they may be selling 100 a day, depending on the Amazon sales rank. So I found a lot of the so-called experts on writing books and making a lot of money, even their best-selling book isn't making them more than $150 a month. So that's not a fantastic income. Praying Medic, last time I talked to him when he was full-time writing, was making about $4,500 US a month. So that's a good income. Okay, so you need to decide for yourself if you're going to write a book to educate people or to make money. I'm a person who's personally chose to educate people. And so as long as I can raise the finances to produce a book, then that's enough for me. You may, Praying Medic and Michael Van Vlymen haven't got a book on how to produce a best-selling book or how to produce books that will give you a full-time income. But there are books out there that can teach that. I can't teach that. This video series is going to become a book, and I don't discount the fact that educating people is a bad thing. And I'm happy to have my books at 99 cents. My website allows me to do personal prophecies for people and messages from people's angels, and that generates a third of my income a month. A third of my income comes from people donating money, and a third of my income comes from my book royalties, and around about $2,000 a month comes into my ministry, and I produce a new book each month. I have found personally that some people who read my books have read all my books. There's certain people that I know that follow me that not only read all my books but write reviews on every one of my books. So what do you want? Do you want people following you so you make more money, or do you want people following you because you're developing a message and teaching a mindset and teaching a way of life that it's taken 50 books to produce that way of life in people? The theme of my messages are to how to have an intimate and working and a supernatural relationship with Jesus Christ. And through the course of my 50 books, I've produced that message from all different aspects and over a whole lot of different titles and a whole lot of different purposes for each book. So you've got to decide, are you in the book writing industry to make a lot of money? You in the book writing industry to make money on your books? I can personally say that that even my best-selling book hasn't earned the money back that I actually spent on it. So that's my best-selling book, and it hasn't earned the money back that I spent publishing it. So am I a person who says you can be a monetary success publishing books? Well, I have friends, Payne and Michael Van Vlymen, who you can check out their books. So I'll put their book page in the description tag, and you can check out their books. One thing you'll notice about their books is they've got good titles and they've got good covers, and their aspects that I'll talk about in other videos in this series, and what will be in this book. You need good covers, and you need good headings or titles for your books. So are you here to teach, or are you here to make money? Of course, a combination of both of them would be really good. My brother asked me many years ago, do I want to have more people read my books, or do I want to make money? And I said, I want more people to read my books. And he said, well, make your books 99 cents on Kindle, because that's the cheapest you can make them. And that will get you the maximum amount of readers. I found that if I have a book at $3 and I have the same book at 99 cents, when the same book is $3, 1/6 of the people buy it. In other words, when the same book is 99 cents, it sells 6 times the amount of books in 1 month than it does if it's $3. So I could have a book that's selling 18 copies a month at 99 cents, and I'll find if I have the book at $3, it'll sell 3 copies in the month. And so that's a decision you've got to make. When a book is over $2.99 on Kindle, then you get a 70% royalty on the retail price. If it's under $2.99, you only get 30%. So not only is my book cheaper, I get less than half the commission at 99 cents. So my 99 cents books make me 30 cents American. So when this video series becomes a book, I will have made 30 cents for you buying this book. I'd love to have this whole book as a PDF available for people to download for free, except if Amazon find that out, they stop my book from being involved in KDP. So I write my books to educate. I'm a person who has got a great love affair with Jesus Christ. I've got a tremendous relationship with him, with angels and saints from heaven. I have a very supernatural life, and I talk about that, and I teach people how to live that sort of life. And I want to leave a heritage of many books that can teach people how to become like me. And so that's a decision you got to make. If you want to make money from your books, you need to find a reputable person who can teach you how to make money from books. And I'm not that person. I'm more the person who can teach you how to write a quality book, produce a book that's quality, and a book that can educate people, and a book that you can pass on your secrets to other people. If you like this video, vote thumbs up. If you think you can benefit from my channel, have a look around, and if you like it, subscribe. Press the little bell next to the subscription after you've pressed subscribe. That'll tell you when new videos are coming. If you got something to say, comment on that, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. God bless.